Hey everybody, just going to do a quick video. Had a few questions come in this week and they were really good questions. So I think what I'm going to try to do in these videos is answer people's questions as they come in so that everybody can hear them, because I realize that over the years I'm speaking to one person most of the time as they answer, and you all really deserve the benefit of these answers. So first question, and by the way, this will just give you a preview of how UTC seminars are run. You'll get a good idea of this. Takes place in the form of a conversation. It's me bringing a topic, and then people ask questions, and the questions are driven from what that person is actually going through or their exact needs. But the first question has to do with HIIT work. The question is, are there any problems doing HIIT work bringing your heart rate to 100%? So let me just tell you, first of all, it depends on the person's physical health. Assuming the person's physical health is clear, it also has to do with understanding that this is an ambiguous term, this 100%. At 43 years old, I'm somebody that works very hard on my physical, mental, and spiritual health. I eat right, I recover, I do real recovery methods. I sleep enough, I go through a whole seminar on what I do for recovery. So my max 100% is going to be different from the next 43-year-old, somebody who was just walking in, has never worked out before, and is also 43. To say that his max heart rate and my max heart rate are the same is kind of ridiculous. So we do kind of cover this a lot, but again, just understand that these are all factors. Having said all that, let's just understand the question from an evolutionary standpoint. Is it okay to do this? Well, let's acknowledge that as a species, we used to go to war thousands of times. And when we went to war, warriors would carry shields and swords into battle, and they wouldn't fight for 10 seconds or 30 seconds, or they wouldn't do it intermittently, right? These are people that were fighting for their lives, often for hours and hours on end, and most of the time days on end. So in the field of battle, when you're swinging for your life, your heart rate's high. It's as high as it could possibly be. How many people were dropping dead of a heart attack? It wasn't happening that way. There's reasons for this. There's actually a warrior gene. It's called MAOA. There's also COMT. Understanding these genes is huge. I wrote about it in my book a little bit, but it's an important gene to understand for a lot of reasons. For personality, for addictive behaviors, for ADHD, for how focused you can be, for how angry you can be. There's actually real reasons to understand these genes and your personality. But at the end of the day, yes, we are designed to go at it and go at it hard. And we upregulate a lot of really important hormones when we're doing that. So if you're doing it as we RX with the mountains and hills and plateaus in the UTC, you're going to see excellent results. Clients who follow that have found, it's crazy. Like I see the clients who do it, the effects are amazing on their blood work and on their physiques. Next question comes from Bob, who's asking a question about bulletproof coffee. This is one of the most asked questions over the years, so I might as well put this out now. So bulletproof coffee has to do with having a certain type of coconut oil. It's medium chain triglyceride, and it's a very expensive product. Some people put ghee or butter into their coffee. Now, there's a few things happening here, but as far as the coconut oil itself, like I said, it's an expensive product. And the purpose of having this coffee, the reason behind it, has to do with keeping your body in ketosis for as long as possible. What does that mean? It means that instead of your body using glucose, which your body will always prefer to use glucose instead of in the beta oxidation pathway, there's ketones that your body can use as a form of energy. And again, we have covered this in detail. I went through the whole energy system last UTC. We spent 90 minutes on this. It's a big topic, but just very simply, if you're not following a very, very low carb diet, meaning like 80% of your calories from fat and about 20% from protein, and again, trying to really keep your carbs as low as possible, having the buying the medium chain triglyceride coffee, that bulletproof coconut oil is just an expensive fat that you're getting for no real reason. So coconut oil has its own benefit, but again, I'm talking about the brand Bulletproof, and that coconut oil. You'll notice that medium chain triglyceride liquid is extremely expensive. Save yourself the money. There is real benefit in having ghee in your coffee, especially ghee, because of the butyrate in there, and that really helps people's gut. Again, separate topic, won't go into that. But again, for most people, they think they're eating low carb, they're not. Save yourself the money. There's a whole nother sort of topic I could talk about, their collagen, protein, and what's going on there and why that's even a thing. But it has to do with ideas about us eating nose to tail and how much collagen we used to be eating in our diets. And again, we don't know. There's a whole bunch of things we actually don't know. If people were they eating nose to tail? Were they eating the heart? Were they eating the liver? How often were they doing it? Certainly not all people on planet Earth were doing that. There were certain people that would eat nose to tail, but again, we don't know how often. We don't know what they were actually eating. And so the concept of the collagen protein really has to do with this concept of eating nose to tail. It's a shaky belief system, and quite frankly, again, if you read my book, there's lots of times in history that we have made terrible, terrible choices based on bad belief systems. And just because our ancestors did it doesn't necessarily mean that we should do it. Finally, a question comes about going to the bathroom. Big topic, talked about it a lot. It's in your manual. Pay attention to your poop, pay attention to your pee. Basically, listen, you should be going once or twice a day. If you're going 3 times a day, even better. If you're not doing that, there's some problems there. It should come out like a log, should be light brown in color, should sink, shouldn't float, shouldn't have terrible odor to it. You should not see food in your stool. Okay, if any of these things are happening, if you're having trouble passing, if it takes you 10 minutes to go to the bathroom, it should not be an event. It should be a less than 60-second event. We talk about this in seminars, and we will talk about it again in the stomach acid seminar. But if these things are happening to you, it is a big deal. You need to find out what the underlying causes are, and there could be many. But it's a great question, and it's an important topic. And again, it is in your manuals. It's the best way to monitor health most easily. Your hydration levels and your overall health can be seen right in the toilet. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll bring more stuff to you later on in the week. As we figure out more details of the UTC, I'll be putting that out as well. We're just hashing out a couple of final things, pricing and everything. But the first seminar will definitely be February 3rd. So today's video is just a preview of what a UTC seminar / Q&A session would look like. Have a great day, everybody.